say something for me?
Hello, my name is Benjamin.
Here with Austin Richards. He is a forward for the Odessa Jackalopes. I'm sorry. We'll start that over. Alrighty, so today I am with Benjamin Vatis. You can say your name if you'd like.
Benjamin Vatis, yeah.
He is our goalie for the Odessa Jackalopes, number 1. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I was born in Phoenix, Arizona, and started skating when I was 3 because my mom was a figure skater, and that's how I started getting into hockey.
Awesome. All right, so being a goalie requires fast reflexes, being focused, precise vision. What was it that inspired you to take on the role of being a goalie?
Well, I actually was sort of forced into being a goalie. Okay. So my brother started being a goalie when he was younger, and he decided he didn't want to play goalie anymore. So he quit, and my dad said, "Oh, we have another child." So they threw me in that, and I loved it ever since.
Awesome. So what do you like most about being a goalie?
Making saves. I love being able to support the team and being the last line of defense for sure.
Yeah, it's a unique position. You know, not everybody can do it. Not everybody will do it, obviously. Yeah. So it's great that you're taking on that leadership role. So being in this position, what are some training methods that you have to use to amplify those skills in the game?
Definitely flexibility. I mean, you always hear people older saying how important it is to stretch and just take care of your body, and being a goalie, it's so much more important. So that's one of the things I've tried to implement being a younger kid.
Yeah, having to move fast and be quick. Makes sense. So congratulations on your first NAHL shutout. Is this your first shutout throughout your career?
No, this is my first junior shutout though, so it's a pretty big milestone for me.
Awesome. So it was last weekend against Corpus Christi, game 1, blocking 30 shots, so ending up in the score 5-0. How did that moment feel once you looked at the scoreboard and realized that that's what you achieved?
It felt amazing.
Yeah?
It felt so good, especially because this is my 3rd team this year actually, and so for me to settle down and be able to have a game like that with the support from the boys, it was amazing.
That's great. Can you give us some insight on your mental strategy going into that game?
Definitely. I mean, how I try to approach every game is just have fun. You know, I'm playing the sport I love. I just want to have fun out there, and whatever happens, happens.
Good. So after that performance, how has that set the tone for you coming on to the rest of the season?
I feel much more confident in my ability. It was a great stepping stone for each game forward now, and it just feels good to get that one off my back.
Yeah, and I feel like it gives you motivation to keep going and
absolutely,
hopefully continuing having more shutouts.
Yeah.
So after that game, you got a shout out from the Tekka goaltending in Phoenix, expressing how proud they were of that shutout. How has that organization helped contribute to your performance?
Yeah, so that's my goalie coach back home, Jeff Tekka, and I've been working with him for years and skating every summer. When I played back in Phoenix, we skate during the season, and he's always a guy I can call for advice and just talk about anything, so I'm very grateful for him. That's
good. Is that like a summer training that you tend to do?
Definitely, yeah. I get a lot of ice in with him during the summers.
That's great. So speaking of Arizona, very deserty, very hot.
Yeah.
And being here in Odessa, it's similar. What here makes you feel at home?
Like you said, definitely the desert. Yeah. And it's just something about being only a 10-hour drive from home makes me feel like I'm not so far, and like if I had the time I'd be able to just go on home, but I love it here, and right now I'm just focused on playing hockey with the boys.
So what are some things that you miss about home?
I miss my family. I miss my dog, and it's nice sleeping in my own bed, but being with great billets here has made the transition really well.
Yeah, so speaking of billets, you have mentioned it before that's what you liked about Texas. What makes them so great?
My billets, the Corcorans, they're such caring people, and my billet brother Shay, they take such good care of us, and it just makes being away from home that much better.
Yeah, cool. I think that should inspire others in Odessa to become billets and house the boys, because it is something great to do. So you told me one of your favorite movies is Interstellar.
Yeah.
You gave me a quote. I looked it up. It is by Yoda.
Yeah.
So is there some intrigue with space?
There is. So I've always been into astronomy, and I like to look up at the stars and look at them. But my dad and I actually got a telescope, so during the summer, we just look at planets, and I've always been really interested in that stuff.
That's awesome. Last question. In the season of giving thanks, what are some things you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for all of my teammates here. I'm thankful for my family and everyone that's helped me be the person I am today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. You're doing great this season. I look forward to seeing the rest of the season for you. So we're going to go ahead and switch it up. I am here with Austin Richards. He is a defense.
Yep.
Is it a defensive man or like defense?
Defenseman.
Defenseman.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. For the Odessa Jackalopes. So his nickname is Dougie. I have no idea why. Would you like to elaborate?
So usually, we have a Richmond, and he goes by Richie, so I can't go by Richie. And then when we're doing training camp, we have 2 Austins on the team, and then at training camp we had 2 Richards. So someone says Austin, everyone turns their head. They say Richard, you turn your head, Richie. So my middle name is actually Douglas. So then everyone just started calling me Dougie.
Okay, I thought it had something to do with the dance. I just thought you were really good at doing the Dougie.
I am pretty good at dancing, so it does help.
So that's some background on his nickname. Would you like to give us some more information about yourself?
Yeah, I'm from Amarillo, Texas, so local Texas guy. So yeah, I started playing when I was around 8 in Amarillo, so yeah.
Okay. So I want to congratulate you on your first goal for the NAHL career.
Thank you.
This was last week against the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. So you ended up scoring the 5th and final goal of the game in that same shutout with Ben. So can you walk me through what you saw leading up to that play, how you executed it?
Yeah, so I think I went to the far corner, and we were on it pretty hard that shift. We were in there for a while, so I think they were pretty gassed. So, and then Benny was just taking it around the net, and there wasn't really anyone in front, so I kind of just crept down, and Benny saw me, so kind of just got it, shot it, and scored. So
yeah, for sure. So in that same game, you scored the 5th and final goal. Can you describe for me what that moment felt like, not only for you but also for the team?
Yeah, it was a great feeling for sure. First and all goal, especially growing up, watching the Bulls when I was little. It's kind of it's weird, being on the ice now. You know? So, but for sure, I think it was big for our team. We really put it to them, and we were all really excited to come out with that win.
It was a great game. In that same game, he also had an assist. So great night for him overall. Great night for both of them. So let's go to last night's game. So last night he also scored the 5th and final goal. So we ended the game with a 5-2 victory for the Jackalopes. What would you say has been a contributing factor for this momentum that you've been bringing?
I think our team, we're just gelling. We hang out a lot off the ice. I think we're really starting to, click with each other, find out where everyone is, and we all just got great spirits with each other. So, and I think it really is starting to show on the ice.
Yeah, it really does show on the ice. It was a great game last night. So a fun fact about Austin is that he used to play for the Junior Jacks, which is our junior league here in Odessa. Can you kind of give me a timeline of your hockey career and where that was factored in?
Yeah, so I started playing around 8. We had a try hockey for free in Amarillo, so that's kind of how I got started with it. And I played there, and then I kind of played for El Paso, Odessa, and Amarillo, kind of all circling. I was kind of like a tournament player. So it's definitely weird coming here and being playing for the Junior Jacks. I mean, it's kind of like a full circle moment, and I'm pretty grateful for that.
Exactly. So we're going to take it back a few weeks. We played the Amarillo Wranglers in Amarillo. You being from Amarillo, how did it feel being at home playing for the Odessa Jackalopes, seeing familiar faces in the crowd?
It was really weird. I mean, because I've grown up there, so I mean I know everyone really well, and for them, a lot of them are diehard Wranglers fans. So seeing me on Odessa, I mean, they're like, we're cheering for you, but it's a little toss up there.
They're a little torn between the two.
It's kind of hard to pick.
Yeah, I mean, you could cheer for one and cheer for the others, but ultimately I feel like they're cheering you on because you had another great game. So on the roster, you and Austin Doyle are the only Texans on the team.
Yep.
When I asked you a few weeks ago what your favorite thing about Texas was, you said everything.
Everything.
How do you embody that love for Texas and demonstrate it to your teammates who aren't from here?
I really want to show them what Texas is, because everyone up north is always asking me oh, do y'all ride horses to school? And I'm like guys, come on, we're more civilized than that. So I really do want to take them to the rodeos that come through town, and I want to see their reaction to those.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I know here around Odessa there are horses riding around, but Odessa is a lot different from Amarillo.
Yeah.
But Texas in general, I think, is a great state.
Yep.
So
love Texas.
Ben's just kind of So many of our fans have described this year's team as fast and aggressive. I've seen your aggression a few weeks back. What are some techniques that you and the team have been working on to achieve these strengths?
I feel like we're just one of those teams who just turns and burns. We're pretty we're fast, and I think we catch a lot of people off guard.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, if you could see all these scratches, it's because they check someone every 5 seconds in the game. But it makes for a great game and great plays, and it's just an overall great experience. So working together, what are some things that y'all bond over or do together to create chemistry on and off the ice?
Well, we always go eat with each other after practice. We always go to Jason's Deli.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it's like hey, you going to Jason's? Yeah, obviously we're going to Jason's after practice.
And also things just being together all the time and going through hardships together just brings us closer. Losing games, winning games, either way, we're in it together, and just brings us closer as a group.
Yeah, I can definitely see the chemistry, for the after skate with the Jacks or even during the game. Overall, all the guys are very sweet. And I think that really contributes to each other's friendship and everything that y'all are building. So to wrap things up, again, in the season of giving thanks, what are you thankful for?
I'm really thankful for my family. I'm really thankful for my teammates and the coaches and the whole organization. So there's a lot to be grateful for, so I'm a very grateful man.
I for sure am grateful to have this interview with them. Again, very sweet guys off the ice. On the ice, I would never want to be in there with them. But thank you so much, Austin. It was a pleasure. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
If y'all are in town and we have a game this weekend, please come by. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.